Hey everybody, my name is Josh Kuss and I am the production manager for PEG. For a very long time now, we've been working on older hardware. We're a Mac environment and we've been holding out for the elusive new Mac Pros. Today, I'm happy to say our patience paid off and we finally got our hands on 3 new Mac Pros. I can't stress enough how exciting this is for us. In my 4 years at PEG, our systems have slowly gotten more and more outdated, but we continued to hear the rumors about the new Mac Pros and we decided to wait. And we are really glad we did. Thankfully, they are everything we could have wanted and more. So we wanted to do a quick first impressions video that targets a few of our favorite things about the new systems, and then some things we hope to see improve. Let's get to it. The first thing we did when we got the new system set up were some well-known benchmarks. Since they've been released, we've seen these quite a bit, so I won't go into a ton of detail, but I do have to say I love seeing the Cinebench score as high as it is. We work in Maxon's Cinema 4D often for sports and corporate 3D projects, so to see how well they handle Maxon's benchmark makes me very excited for our next 3D project. Another impressive mark is the Blackmagic disk speed test, showing nearly 3,000 megabytes per second read and write speed to the internal SSD. Our systems all 3 have the 28-core Intel Xeon W processors with some variation in memory and GPUs. For instance, the benchmarks were done on the system behind me and it has the Radeon Pro Vega 2 Duo graphics card in it, and the others have the base Radeon Pro 580X. This system also has 96 gigabytes of RAM, while the others have the base 32 gigabytes of RAM. Alright, with the impressive benchmarks out of the way, let's jump into our likes and dislikes. The first thing we love about these systems is the possibility of upgrading them in the future. Not a ton to say there, but just knowing that as time passes and new hardware comes out, we'll be able to keep upgrading these systems to keep them up to the task of extensive video edits with 5K and 6K footage, or hopefully in the future even 8K footage, is really exciting. One feature that makes upgrading even more exciting is how easy Apple has made it to access the interior parts of the computer and work on them. With a simple twist and pull, you can remove the outer case of the computer and access whatever you might be working on, be it memory upgrades or GPU upgrades. Just be very careful not to have any cables plugged into the back of the unit while removing the case. We're not sure if it was a design choice, like intentional to prevent people from having the power plugged in when you do it, or just a minor oversight in the design, but either way, unplug everything first or risk damaging some very expensive connections on the GPU and motherboard. The last thing we're excited about is the major difference in power in these new Mac Pros and our previous systems. We're seeing some amazing increases in performance in most of our editing applications. We've seen crazy speeds out of Final Cut for some red 5K footage transcodes to ProRes, and then we threw that same red footage into DaVinci and got even crazier speeds. But sadly, where we're seeing the least improvement so far is in Adobe applications, which is actually what we prefer to use to edit. The reason for this is that Adobe applications are not optimized to use more than 8 cores of a processor, and for some rendering scenarios, it'll actually only use 1 core. So in a 1-to-1 red test, Final Cut was actually able to render a 1-minute 5K R3D file to ProRes 422 5 times faster than Premiere, and DaVinci rendered that same clip 20 times faster than Premiere. So that's upsetting. We've done some other tests with very similar results, and we aren't super happy with that. But the strength of the systems we purchased was definitely the 28-core processors, and it looks like for now they might be wasted on Premiere Pro. So we don't know if that's something Adobe is working on, but we're putting in some time with support and researching the issue to see if there's any workarounds that exist. But for now, because of how optimized Final Cut and DaVinci seem to be, we're probably gonna do our large transcodes out of those and continue doing our major edits in Premiere so we can still use the features we love like Dynamic Link from After Effects. If you're an editor watching this and you have any workflows you prefer, feel free to leave them in the comments. I love seeing how other people are doing things, so start the discussion. Well, that's all I have for you right now. We've actually only had these monsters for about a week, so we plan on doing a full review later on in the future. It might be a blog, it might be a video, but keep your eyes peeled for that. And as always, if you enjoy PEG's content, check out our social media accounts so you can stay up to date with all the fun stuff we do.